Hi everyone, Mike Forsyth here of MGF Attorneys in Hilton, South Africa. I'm a conveyancer providing transfer services locally and around the country. Today, my guests are Tamaryn Strydom and Candice Segar of Seeff Midlands, also based here in the Midlands in Hilton. Welcome, ladies, and thanks for agreeing to being interviewed by me. To start with, how did you both get into the estate agency? How did you get into the estate agency?
Well, I came back out of the medical industry for 20 years. So I've been in sales my whole life. And then we made the move to Hilton 3.5 years ago. And I was approached by Joan Riddle, who's our dealer principal. Our kids were friends, and she said, "Have you ever thought of selling houses?" And I absolutely had, and I'd left the industry. We had bought a Ever farm here, and the rest is history. And plus the fact that my husband and I have flipped a few houses in the past, we are absolutely, that's what we love doing, and buying and renovating homes. And so we've always had a keen interest in this game.
Fantastic.
I moved to Hilton about 3 years ago. We decided to semi-grade from Joburg, and I ran my marketing consultancy from my home in Hilton, and have always wanted to really get into the sales game. And I thought, what a great way to combine marketing background with learning the sales process and be able to show people homes. And I really enjoy people, so it made sense.
Fantastic. So your previous jobs actually gave you skills that are really important in the estate agency business. Would you say that?
Yes. Yes, so I definitely can bring a lot of my marketing background and skill into how we package things, how important social media is. Yes, so I really do think a large part of marketing and selling homes are very interconnected. And Tam,
I've done 1 million sales courses, and just my love for people, I think, and learning how to close deals and learning to listen to what clients want and need. So having a strong sales background definitely has had a positive impact for both of us. Yeah. So with Mark and us as a team, marketing on the one side and strong sales, we are powerful.
And Tam, I understand that you also bring a sort of home decor skills to the table as well, because you're really interested in interior decor.
Yes, listen, interior decorating is... It's always been my passion, interiors, and so it's been amazing to be able to combine it with what we do. And so that's what really sets us apart from the rest, is that we style homes. And so a lot of young buyers are coming into Hilton, and they want to, and a lot of the homes we sell are they're quite dated, and the older moving into retirement homes. And so you want to appeal to the young market. So I bring in my own cushions and throws and plants, and we make the house appeal to the young market. And that's who's moving to Hilton, and just get people to see the true potential of a home. A lot of people don't have vision. And so, yes, it's been amazing for me to incorporate my interior decor love and skills into what we do. And we obviously love, also, we see beautiful homes and we can advise clients what to do.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. So what sort of suggestions do you guys have for someone contemplating listing their home for sale? Is it important to do cosmetic changes? I hear you talking about styling, but are there cosmetic changes that maybe need to take place to really get that home really right for sale?
It also depends on what the seller's budget is, how wide they're selling, if they need to sell because of financial, implications, or so it depends whether they do have money to invest, which they could get a better outcome. But if they don't, it doesn't take a lot of money to just prepare your home for a sale, like cleaning it really well. If there's mildew and damp, taking sugar soap and cleaning the outside of your house where your dogs make a mess on the wall. A fresh coat of paint in bathroom ceilings is always good advice. Cleaning skirting boards where it's been scuffed in kitchens and that. Just some elbow grease and just moving clutter away, so that when you're taking photos of a house, there's not a million, so people can see the true size of rooms. I don't know what other
Yeah,
advice.
I also don't think one should go to the extent of let's completely rehaul and renovate kitchens and knock down walls and retile. Like that is just not suggested, because what you think somebody would like and what somebody actually likes might be, there might be a gap. So rather sell your house as is, as Tam says, really put the elbow grease into a clean, neat, presentable house. People always want to add their own personal stamp with renovations and tiles. So I certainly wouldn't go to that extent.
Fantastic. So a really neat and tidy house is a step one in the process.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And garden, and also just making sure your garden's tidy. I mean, just making sure that some of the bushes are cut back, and if your pool is green, making sure that your pool is blue. And just having a clean, tidy garden also goes a long way.
I mean, one thing that Tam always says, which is so simple, is just to actually go into your garden and put some beautiful, pick all your natural leaves and plants in the garden and put them throughout your house. Just, it's a simple thing like that can be so cost effective. But to have plants and greenery in your home is also just a nice touch, which often gets, forgotten about. That option as a cheap, effective one.
That's great. So I know that agents like to have sole mandates. How important is it to have a sole mandate in the sale of a property?
This is something we are very passionate about, the two of us, and we generally do get sole mandates. And reason being is it's the two of us are firstly always working on a sale together, so the seller is always getting two agents working on a sale. We style the property, which we do for a sole mandate, so they get the best possible photos. But why a sole mandate is so important is you've got two agents controlling the sale. If you have a lot of agents involved, the seller does not get the best possible price for their home. If a buyer is wanting to buy a house, whether it doesn't matter what agent is selling it, they're going to look for that property on Property 24. So what we do is for the first 2 weeks exclusively, we allow only Seeff agents through our sole mandates, and thereafter, any agent that wants to bring their clients through our sole mandates, we let them through and we share the commission, because at the end of the day, we want to make that sale possible. And then also the seller only has us to deal with. They're not dealing with a million agents. There's not a million boards outside making it look like a desperate sale. And we know everything about that property, the neighbors, absolutely everything. And you get the best possible price without a doubt.
Right. That's really important. So you've obviously got a lot of experience in the market and can advise the seller on what the market is showing at present and how it's linked into other sales that are happening. But what happens when you don't get buy-in from the seller who has a particular value in mind? Maybe they're still thinking of last year's values and the property market is bottomed out a bit now. How do you encourage the seller in this way?
It's probably, Mike, it's probably one of the trickiest things we have to do in our job, because price is key and we've got to get that right. So obviously we go through quite a process to find a true value to the house. We do desktop research, we look at other houses in the area, we look at a per square meter ratio, we share photographs with our colleagues. So it's quite a process, and we discuss on a Monday morning. We really do a proper job. So we could actually then advise a true value on your property. But then there's also a market value. So there's the actual value of what your property is worth, and there's a market value. So for example, now what a property is worth now with the interest rates going up is not what it was. We could have put it on the market at say 6 months ago. And often sellers battle with that because there's an emotional attachment to the house. But at the end of the day, the pricing is really only tested when you launch something, and then the market tells you very quickly if you've done your job, if you get offers or not. So we have to tread quite carefully with sellers and try and be diplomatic and explain. Often there is a connect, which then makes our lives a bit easier. But if there's a bit of a chasm, then we say to the seller, well, look, we can certainly try at your price, but then trust us that we've got to navigate the process thereafter, because there's a certain amount of time, there's a certain amount of market indicators that will tell us if the price is right, and then we need to navigate that to make sure that we then find that right, that happy medium. Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah. So I'm guessing what you're saying is that currently it's a buyer's market rather than a seller's market. There are some wonderful
Absolutely.
bargains to have. Yeah. Great. So we've kind of come to the end of the question and answer part of this, but would you like to showcase a particular property that you've got on your books that you are listing or have listed?
We're very excited.
Yes, let's have a little look.
Yes, we do. This is a new property that I'll just chat while Tam's getting that up. It's a new listing. It's literally hot off the press. We were so excited. And we are basically going to be presenting what is
just
known...
hang on a second. Sorry, I don't know. Oh, there we go.
What is known as an urban...
Sorry, am I sharing the screen? Can you see, Mark?
No, I'm not seeing anything at this stage.
Okay, hang on a second. Sorry, you might just have to pause the video. Where
do that? Shall I? Let me pause it.
Okay.
Right. Over to you. Lovely.
Great. Okay. So this is one of our most exciting listings we've had for a while. It is a beautiful property, basically what we would call it an urban farm or a farmette, but it's anyone that's looking to downscale their lifestyle and buy a 5-bedroom cottage home on an ongoing Avo farm. It is immaculately styled and beautifully decored. Lots of potential for separate cottages. Yes, Tam, what else? Go into other details around size and etc.
So this is a small holding. It has got it's 3.2 hectares. It's got 300 Avo trees, a variety of Haas, Pinkerton, and Furte. So, and this couple supply to the restaurant trade in Hilton. It's got 2 flatlets, which is amazing. This would definitely suit a large extended family, or it would suit somebody wanting to open up a bed and breakfast. This could be an incredible lifestyle move because there's potential to build a lot more units on this property. And you could, so there's 2 flatlets that could easily be rented out or Airbnb'd, and then it's 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom home. It's got a massive veranda that's got plantation shutters that open out onto absolutely breathtaking views over Winter's Kloof, as you can see there with the swimming pool. It's got a lot of flat land around the home, so a lot of games. Kids can have incredible, play rugby and you name it. And then it obviously comes with the Avo business, which is a huge bonus. So this is very exciting.
So it's on at the market at 5.7. Which is really a no-brainer given the revenue that is generated off the monthly Avo farm. I mean, you're looking at a couple of thousands a month there that could certainly amortize, bond, etc. Plus rental opportunity with cottages, so it's really at a really feasible price.
Right.
So we're very excited.
What we'll do, we'll put a link in. We'll put a link into the property, so maybe we can stop sharing the screen now. And then we'll put a link in so that people can go directly to that link and have a further look at this property.
Wonderful.
That looks good.
Well, that would be amazing.
Thanks, Mark.
Excellent.
Lovely, and thanks for the opportunity.
Pleasure, and thank you so much for agreeing to be interviewed. It's been fun, and we'll get this up onto YouTube as soon as we possibly can. So have an awesome afternoon, and here's to record sales.
Thanks, Mark.
Bye.
Thanks for your service. Bye.
Bye.